Hello, YouTube. I hope I don't get stuck out here, but I'm actually heading out to meet Georgie. He's one of the others. And that's Georgie right there. We're gonna try to do our first collaboration video here in a moment. Let me pause the camera and I'll get out there and introduce Georgie to you. All right. Hello, YouTube. I wanted you to meet right here, Georgie.
Hello.
Yeah. Hey, he's one of the others, and apparently one of the friendly others, thankfully. And how long have you been to the compound in this area out here?
About 5 years.
5 years. And what do you do out here specifically?
We just got a couple of guys that we get together and we ride. In the weekends, we ride ATVs.
Oh, you got like your ATV in here?
Yeah.
So you're one of those people that ride around when I'm at like Camp Freedom, hiding?
Yeah, I guess so.
And you really like know this place, right?
Oh, I know it. You can drop me at nighttime in a helicopter. It doesn't matter where I'm at. I'm gonna get out.
Wow. You know it like back and forth.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you're also the one who told me about this. This is the Australian Pine section here.
This is a relax point.
And you say that they set up a camp here, right? Let's go look at the camp maybe.
They come over here. We come over here at nighttime.
So there's like a little camp that you guys set up over here.
Fire.
Now, who uses this? Just pretty much everybody here?
Everybody, because we're close to the part they call the washout.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody come over here and they stop, like, stay a little bit away from the civilization and have a couple of beers and do your crazy things, whoever's gonna do, and just have fun.
Now, what is the washout?
The washout is a canal that meet with another canal, and that's a cross point that everybody like to cross the water, and that's what they meet right there.
And when you say everybody, you're just talking about all the people we hear in the distance
Everybody
right now?
that come to the compound, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much all the others.
Yeah.
So pretty much everybody else here knows everything, but Denoy doesn't know.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah. Okay. So the other question I had was, like, you had mentioned that there's like a boneyard out here somewhere?
Yes.
And we're going to be going by there?
Yes, wherever you want to go, thank you. I'll show you.
And you've got a drone with you, right?
Yes, I got my drone with me, yeah.
All right, so you guys stay tuned. We're going to show you some exciting footage of the compound from the air. Georgie has you got like a little race group team type thing going on?
Yeah, los Comefangos de Pambay. That's pretty much, we call it in Spanish, but in English that means moth eaters. Moth eaters of Pambay.
The moth eaters?
Yeah, moth eaters.
And you have a YouTube, right?
Yeah, I got a YouTube channel.
Okay, I'll go ahead and link that for viewers who want to see it. So what we're planning on doing today for our collaboration is we're going to wait for some of his friends and stuff, and then we're going to do a little ride through the compound just to show you a little bit what it looks like when you're driving through the area from the sky. So you'll get to hear me ramble on and talk a little bit while we do the drive, but you also get to see an overhead view to see what we're actually driving through. And now the ATVs, you normally don't ride that much on the roadside. You normally go on the dirt off-road.
The police, they catch you, you get in trouble.
So
we pretty much stay off the road. Pretty much we ride all the trails.
So what you're going to see with his videos, you're going to see us do briefly. We're not going to do it too long, but you're going to see us go through the labyrinth so you can kind of see how crowded and what it actually looks like from the sky up there. But you'll get to see what the compound actually is like for the majority of the others when they come out here. They actually go off-road on their ATVs, and I guess there's a whole bunch of different trails that you guys have.
Oh, yeah.
So those should be very exciting videos. Make sure you tune in to Georgie's channel. Give his videos a thumb up, share it, subscribe to it, and enjoy those videos. So stay tuned. All right, I'm currently following Georgie. He's going to lead me to an area that'll be a little bit safer where I can leave my van. And what we're going to do is ride with Georgie through the compound to certain key areas where the others hang out, meet up, congregate. You can see the road here is a bit crazy, especially for a minivan that's not meant for off-road. We're trying to go through the route that's the least bumpy. His van has a bit more clearance than mine, so we're going to be taking his van. I am just following him out, trying to stay as safe as possible here on this flat side out here. I don't know if you heard that, the bottom of the van just hit. Yeah, see, it's very steep in some of these parts here. And Little Blue, even though I'm taking her off-road, is not really an off-road vehicle. So we're going to be hitting, I guess, an area he calls the washout, which is a section where they all meet up normally. And we're currently waiting for some of the others, Georgie's group, to show up. He did warn me that not everyone here is friendly. Some of the others here are actually vandals, and they could end up damaging your vehicle if they see it sitting out here by itself with no one guarding it, you know. And being out here, it's kind of dangerous. I mean, some people have guns. The other day, he was telling me yesterday, there were like a whole bunch of cops and EMTs and other people coming out here, so I don't know if something happened yesterday. And I know myself, when I was here about 2 days ago, doing the segment on the boneyard, when I first went there at night, there were cars speeding through here, and I think the cars that were speeding at that point were the police, maybe looking for somebody, and they ended up pulling over and, you know, questioning me. But it was an okay meeting. I mean, it was like, you know, nothing weird. They didn't do anything weird. I didn't do anything weird, and they just warned me not to leave my car here in the middle of the road, because people could end up slamming into it, and then I would be written up for just stopping in the middle of the road. So we are following Georgie to the washout area, and you can see this is one of the clearer roads, not the labyrinth portion, although there is some dirt here on this road. Georgie knows a lot of this area, and they actually have, for the others, they have names for these locations. So they can tell, I don't know if you can see that there are some of the others over here on the side. And they all come out here. And I guess they all sort to know one another because they hang out at these different locations, and are kind of like, it's almost like a club of friends. You can see there's motorcycles here. I don't know if you can see the motorcycle riders. I do want to warn people to be very careful out here. We just had several deaths out here over the last couple weeks at the compound. Motorcycles colliding. A little 13-year-old boy died, and the person he collided with, I think a 22-year-old college kid, lost his foot. You can see here's one of the big groups of the others gathering, and basically people come out here, meet up, and head out and go about their adventures out in the wilderness. There are differing groups. Like I said, there's also vandals that come out here. So you want to be pretty careful coming out here. This spot right here is familiar to me. It is that area with the little boy, you know, that we had talked about, the memorial that they had for that boy. He was like 16, 17 years old. And there's also another memorial here on this other spot. So we're hitting parts of the compound that are a little bit more familiar. And the reason Georgie's bringing us out here is I'm going to be parking Little Blue too and taking his van, because we're going to be going off-road. And I don't want to take Little Blue and get stuck. So hopefully his van, we will not get stuck. And hopefully he's not taking me out there to chop me up to pieces. You know, it could happen. So, I don't know. Georgie seems like a nice guy, so I trust that he's not going to do anything weird like that. You see there's a motorcycle there. See, almost an accident there. They whiz out really fast, and collisions can happen. So if you do find yourself out here at the Palm Bay compound, please be very careful. Look out for if you're in a car or a truck or a van, be on the lookout for the little motorcycles. A lot of them are driven by kids. Yeah, the boy who died was only 13, so they may not have the best judgment. So, you know, don't speed through here. Know that even though there's no speed limits and stuff, you probably want to drive at a speed that you can control your vehicle and stop in time if somebody suddenly pops out in front of you. You see, like here's a cross intersection here that a kid could zip across in a motorcycle, and that's it, you know, if you're not careful. I tend to slow down at the intersections and try to look and make sure it's clear before I go through for that very reason. Well, I am going to stop the camera right now because I don't want to run out of time. My camera's almost full, and I want to try to get some footage where we're driving through the labyrinth while Georgie films from overhead, and then you guys can see the video segment from overhead on his channel. And if you like that kind of content and want to see what Georgie and the others actually do out here, you'll probably want to subscribe to his channels and watch those videos because they should be very interesting. I've seen a couple of them and they are really cool. So this is the area that I guess he calls the, I don't know if this is the washout or this isn't the washout, but a safe parking spot when nobody's going to mess with the van out here. So I am going to leave the van out here in the open. Hopefully no vandals will get to it, and we'll continue on in Georgie's van.